long it takes for when you press good go live for people to hear you?
I think it's right
A
away.
while, doesn't it?
No, it should be right away.
I've got commercials that come on.
There's the Trouble Gang, the Ganger Doppler. Hey, Scott.
Trouble. Are you Trouble? Are you Trouble?
Man
Hi,
of Trouble,
Scott.
Lynn. Wow. We're changing our name. Hey, Manolyn, how's it going?
Should we all?
Sweet wee.
I should change my name to Trouble. I seem to get into trouble even when I'm not talking about people.
Trouble.
Right, 180?
That's funny. Oh, God.
Make some more memes about me. Dumb fuck. Well, he is. He can't even wipe his own ass, and then he puts memes about other people.
He needs a mani pedi. Who knows?
Well, okay, so he's sick. Sorry, not sorry. But when you can't even wipe your own ass, don't be making fun of other people. All right? And don't wonder why other people make fun of you.
As Joe Biden says, I did wipe my own ass.
Okay, so that's enough of that.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Moving along swiftly.
Hey, Jojo, my sister from a different mister.
Is Mojo? Oh, good morning, Mojo. Jojo.
I'm fired up.
No, not
I'm
really.
not fired up.
No, she's not.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, I saw he made a meme and called us a granny gang or something. That this is coming from someone that can't wipe his own ass and weighs 400 pounds. You know, so oh well.
Hey, if that's the worst he could call you.
Yeah.
You know,
I am a granny.
I was just going to say that. You are a grandma.
I was innocent till I met all of you.
Oh,
come
YouTubers,
on.
YouTubers. You're not innocent. You want to be innocent.
Actually, if you're on YouTube, you're definitely not innocent.
Yes.
You're definitely not innocent. Here's the thing. I'm not going to, I know I responded to that, but I'm not going to respond to everything. But every once in a while, I want to get my digs in. So, and I did. Right. I got my digs in.
So how's everybody's weekend?
I'm over it.
She's still going. Okay.
No, I'm over it.
All right.
See, I am.
We done? Hey, Remy D. Now you got me going, Remy D.
Hey, Remy D.
I remember that. When you said that, I'm like, that's what. Yeah.
Her is Remy D.
What's the D for, Remy? Remedy. Remedy. See, now it rolls off your tongue. Yeah, I remember that. Remedy.
Yeah, I don't know. It just rolls off my tongue.
I'm drinking mocha.
For a while, she didn't even come on my chat. For quite a while. Hey, Spoof.
Spoof, come on. Spoof.
How are you doing, Spoof?
How you doing, baby doll? Spoof is in the house. How was everyone's weekend?
Spoof in the house.
How
was everybody's weekend?
Yes.
I
know how yours was up and down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know how yours was. It's okay. You're going to get better.
I hope.
At least they found the root of the problem, and now it's just getting the appointments and getting that stuff done, and then that stuff done, and then you're going to be good as a new girlfriend.
Hey, babe beauty.
Hey, babe. Babe.
Oh, okay, Remy. Remy just messaged me and told me why she took the.
Okay.
So we won't call you that anymore. It rolls off my tongue.
Can't be on panel today, unfortunately. Okay, so.
Okay, honey.
Hey.
No worries.
Babe said, hey.
I was surprised to hear
Chin-chin
Ginger. I was surprised to hear that Science Girl's channel is no longer a thing. But I mean, was I really surprised? I don't know. I think she's hidden her channel or closed down her channel a few times. I believe she'd have like 20,000 subs if she had all of the channels
Oh, wow.
that she always had, because she's closed a lot of them. Your package with the beautiful crocheted cloths was a dress that I immediately knew who it was from.
Hey, Evelyn.
How are you doing? Hey, Ginger. You want to come up? Ginger.
Hanging with Mr. J.
Hi, Vegeta.
How are you?
Vegeta.
Vegeta Oni.
Vegeta Oni. Mr. J. Hello, Mr. J.
The haters keep coming at you. Well, Scott, you're laying the ground.
You're never gonna wait. You're never gonna get rid of all your haters on YouTube. I've learned that from being on this platform for like 3 or 4 years. It's never gonna happen.
Remy thinks she knows who that is.
Did Ginger say if she wanted to come up?
I don't know.
Are you in the hospital?
Good whooping.
I have to ask her every time she comes in here if she's in the hospital.
No.
She usually is in the hospital. She usually is.
She set a Parity account. She said she
Who did?
Got out last time.
Yeah, I know. That was a while. Oh, she's getting an infusion today.
Aha.
I knew it. So I'm getting an endoscopy next Monday. Now, what that is like they stick a tube down your throat, and I think they take a picture. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, click, click.
Yeah, click, click. He said it only takes about 10 minutes. He said you'll be in and out the same day. So that's good news.
And then
and then I have to have a CT scan. And then because my gallbladder is only functioning at 11%, and they like it at least to be 30 to 40%. So mine ain't working too good.
So you mean it's okay if it's functioning at 30%? That's weird.
That's what he said. I mean, I really don't understand doctor jargon, but 11% is not good.
I had an endoscopy last year, dude, or another one. I had trouble afterwards. They had surgery. Yeah, they do give you bad surgery.
I'm going to a hospital near me, Evelyn. I don't want to say because last time
she needs to call and verify.
Too much information. I had someone call the hospital, so they didn't believe me. And here's the thing: when you go to the hospital, they give you papers to prove that they give you discharge papers, and
you got nothing to prove. To know.
Oh, okay, Evelyn, I get you. Gotcha. But yeah.
Wait, Scott's doing the surgery.
Even when they take out the gallbladder, I mean, you don't even stay overnight. You're just in and out same day.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, that's what he told me.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. So because my dad was in for 3 days. That was way back then, so okay, I could see that. Now they want you the hell out of there.
Right, Jojo. Nosy old hags. Yeah, but my avatar should show you I am not the real Oni. Hello, Starlight conjured this abomination out of Only Farms Troll Mafia. Oh, I didn't even tweet quite the name to Oni.
You didn't?
No, I wasn't even thinking that way because he's been gone for so long.
I did as soon as I saw it, and Ronnie questioned it. Ronnie picked it up right away.
Let me see. Let me go to
Ah. Your gallbladder surgery was a day procedure too?
Why do you have no subscribers? That makes me
Because
nervous.
it's a troll. He told her it's a troll account.
Well, what do we need a troll account in here for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you don't come in your real name, I really don't.
Are you a good troll? Are you a bad troll? Are you a good troll or are you a bad troll?
Well, if it's Oni, it's not a
But
very.
it's made it's made up by
Let me switch back to my normal self, Carla. Thank you. I would
I was
appreciate
just gonna
that.
say that.
Only Farms Troll Mafia. That's you? Hang on, let me check. Go to channel.
Called you Carlo.
But you have no subscribers on either one of your channels.
Mhm.
So how am I supposed to know who you are? I mean, I
Made up
don't.
by-
Yeah. And how do you even know who I am to come in here?
That's made
Hey,
up.
Gemma.
Homeless.
Gemma.
Gemma.
If you are Oni and you're the one that swatted Hello Starlight, even though I don't like her, I don't want you in here.
Yeah, that's not right.
Not because I don't think that's right. She has children, and if you are that Oni, please show yourself to the door. I don't know that you are, but I don't want it.
You're way out. That's a
Don't.
good troll, Carla Bay said. It's a good troll, Carla
Who said that?
Bay.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. He said he's not, or she said not that piece of shit.
She's not it's not the Oni.
No, it's not.
That's what it
Oni.
people.
No. It says, oh my
Because
God,
if that was the one, that would be automatic.
I had my finger on the trigger.
I have my finger on the trigger too. I'm like,
We both
who is this
screwed
guy?
that one up really fast too. It's okay to understand.
Yeah,
Okay, just so you know.
I mean, it just a lot of people went through a lot of shit with that person, and I don't want anything to do with that. Seriously. Even though I don't like the person, that he swatted, that doesn't mean anything to me. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
This is a funny troll.
I just heard about
Only more. She demanded it.
myself. He was just so gross. I had to bring some comic relief yesterday. Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay, I will believe you until
Just
you
like the tropical gel that's starting shit all over the damn place. Yeah. And now they're bringing up the troll accounts that she was naming, which are pretty damn funny if you ask me. I was rolling in laughter.
He did swat. Oni did swat Makeup Monster.
Yeah. Using J
I
for
remember
justice
that.
too.
Yeah, I remember that. I was around then. Remember? Yeah. That's why when I saw that name, I'm like, oh boy, that better not be him.
Yeah, only farm dude.
You may have also seen me as Bucky
Candlemaker. Molly go fun.
Yeah, Molly go fun.
Like
oh,
liaison.
That's a good one.
The like and liaison I see.
Like and lesion. Okay.
Like and lesion. I mean,
I don't know who that
Only
is.
was a terrible singer, terrible crime.
I don't know. Everybody's talking about this lichen. I've seen him in here a couple times, but I really don't know much about him.
Hey, jiggle wiggle tickle pickle.
Where are you seeing that?
Right there. He's right there. He comes in by Jason. Somebody asked for a funny troll. Well, here I am. He's from the black hole. It's Jiggle Wiggle Tickle Pickle. He comes into Jason's.
Jiggle, wiggle, tickle, pickle.
Yeah.
I like that. That rolls off. Hey, Bailey.
Hey! What's going on, girlfriend? Yeah, he comes into Jason's. I laughed when I saw it too. I'm like, Jiggle Wiggle Pickle Tickle. Say that 3 times.
I think that is a real troll name, though. Isn't somebody?
Yeah.
Doesn't somebody have that name?
Jiggle Wiggle Pickle Tickle.
He is on TikTok, but he has me blocked. Who's on TikTok? Oni? Well, just as long as he doesn't think he can come back here after what he did.
Spoof says it's her Jiggle Wiggle Pickle Tickle's her favorite troll.
I can't even say that. It's like me.
Like rubber baby buggy boppers.
Carla, they made that name because I read a book called Jiggle Wiggle Tickle Pickle. I got you, Spoof. I wish I was smart enough to make up some like cool name.
Well, after they were reading the troll list from, we'll call her TG, and some of them were so damn funny, and I don't want to name some of it. It was just so damn funny. I couldn't stop laughing. Then all of a sudden the troll names started popping up. And so here they come. But funny, Carla.
Jiggle
I'll tell you.
Wiggle Tickle Pickle says I've been around for years.
I got the timestamp to show the proof. There you go. I'm just going to call you Jiggle Wiggle.
I'm just not any subscribers on any of your channels. That makes me nervous when I don't see any subscribers on channels. Hey, Joy.
Joy.
Hi, Bailey.
Happy
Beautiful
Tuesday.
girl.
Really
Really is so beautiful.
Pretty girl.
Yeah, when I
That's
don't
okay.
know, when I see someone come in here I've never seen before and I look at their channel and they have 0 subscribers, it makes me nervous.
Or when they open up the account too.
Right.
Shall I reveal my true identity? You don't have to. Do we know you?
Yes, I want to. I'm nosy. Why would you say no?
All right.
I want to know. Yes,
It's
you
like-
shall.
Reveal thy mask.
I should go to troll class because I don't know how to troll worth shit.
Oh my gosh, Carla, you would be funny.
You're nearly up to 1,000, JoJo. Oh,
Is
awesome.
she really?
You guys, if you're not sub to her, sub to her. Hang on.
think
Let
I
me
am.
put her
Let me see.
channel in here.
Yeah.
Channel. She's the best rock and roll singer in the world. I'm not. I can't hold the tune to save my life. Here's her
Trying to go
channel
there.
link. I'm
My
here.
computer's moving along
not-
slowly.
There we go. Is that working?
Let's see.
What the hell?
Jiggle wiggle tickle pickle. I'm on her thing already.
I like that Bailey MF vexed. I love that.
Of course. Motherfucking
Bailey.
Max.
Motherfucking meth. People like when I swear. I don't know why. People swear.
Why wasn't I subscribed to you, Mojojo? I subscribed to you years ago. What the flick?
Can you put her channel in the chat?
I can and I will.
Okay, thank you.
You will.
Because it's not working for me for some reason.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Thank you.
You out.
Oh, thank you, Bay. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Jiggle wiggle tickle pickle.
I know you're gonna have me singing now.
I can't help it. Hey, my thing was moving up and down. There we go.
Oh my God, did you guys hear that Aiden Fucci pleaded guilty yesterday to the murder of Tristan Bailey? No,
Who?
Aiden Fucci pled guilty to the murder of Tristan Bailey.
Catch me up on that one because there's so much going out there now. Like what? Where? Who is this
Well,
one?
I'm watching the Murdoch trial. Right?
Yeah, I know that's going on. I watched that whole thing that
I
Tracy
remember
put
when
out
it
on
happened. Like I remember when his son got into that boating accident, and
that. How old is that?
it's a couple years, and then that girl was killed in that boating accident, and then his mom and him were shot to death. I remember all that.
Remember last year in Florida at Maya? I'm trying to, Bales. Jesus, so many new ones are coming out, and then I forget the old ones. I just, you know what? Tracy put up the one with I was just telling you. That's
Okay.
like 21 years old with the mom that supposedly killed her sons.
Oh, that's yeah.
Riker,
ALS.
what's her name again? Riker, what's her last name? Riker, Darlie.
Darlie Routier.
Tier, thank you.
I still think she's guilty.
Okay.
Some people don't agree with me, but I do. I think
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I do.
After watching it all, I don't think so. I think they got
I
the wrong.
absolutely think she's guilty.
Don't think
The way
so.
she acted.
None of the prosecutors do either. And the the two detectives don't even want to be on
They
when they were
wouldn't
on stand.
prosecute her if they didn't believe that. There's
Why
no
didn't
way.
I don't know. I just started watching it, but I was like, why aren't the prosecutors saying anything about it? And they were the first ones that were they both pleaded the fifth.
I also heard Aiden tell the judge that he is currently prescribed some pretty heavy antipsychotic medication. Speaking of which, I didn't take
Wow.
mine. The 911 call is telling.
On that one?
I didn't hear the 911 call.
Which one are you talking about, Joe? We kind of mashed two together. It was my fault.
Well, Darlie Routier was sentenced to death, I believe, and that was
she's still waiting for her.
Yeah.
That
Well,
to go
that
through.
was. I don't think she'll ever be put to death. I really don't.
Oh, Daria, she said. Yeah.
I think and this is what I think, and this is only my opinion, that her husband had to have something to do with that.
Well, you know what? Then when they said that he popped up and said something about that insurance fraud that he was going to do, I was like, wait, that's a new twist. What the hell is that now?
Yeah, I really don't think. I think he got away with
the insurance thing.
But how do you do that to your own kid?
I don't know, because
I mean, the knife went right through that little baby into the floor.
Evelyn, really? Oh, you just gave me chills.
Oh, yeah, it was in Texas somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, she said she was about 30 minutes away.
And they were well off. I mean, they had.
Yeah, they were.
They were pretty well off. I think they had their own business, and
I was just gonna say, what did he do for a living?
Why would you do that to your own kid?
Have a good day, Remy. I don't know. I
have a great day. Money makes people do horrible. Yeah, money does make horrible things.
I know, baby, right? And she woke up to this guy slicing her throat. I don't get it. I was just like, oh, hey, Zero. Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here.
Jules. I try to avoid seeing crime scene photos because they're too graphic.
That one just hit home for me. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know if it was just, I don't know.
Scott, did you read what he said?
Um,
I'll start covering crime that hasn't happened yet. That's a good idea.
oh, God.
Then you can make it less graphic.
There you go.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And she looks so different in prison too, with her hair, darker hair, everything.
Well, I mean, it's been almost 20 years since she went to prison, right? So
21
she's
years.
in her 40s now.
How old was she when she went to prison? Because she was
I think she
young.
was 28 or 26. I don't know.
That. I mean, the poor little boy there. And the one was still alive?
I don't think she killed all three of them. I think she killed two of
She
them.
killed two because the baby was still upstairs with the husband. How could he not hear anything? That's what I kept saying.
I have a problem. That's what it's been almost 39 years, C40. So she would be almost 60. But
how could he not hear anything?
That's what I have a problem with.
I mean, you're screaming, you're hearing glass breaking, you're hearing commotion going on. You didn't hear anything? Come on. When she said he was running back out the door, you wouldn't make noise, you wouldn't be calling your husband. And that night you fell asleep on the couch and her husband's upstairs with the baby. And the two are in what room? The other room? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Hi, Dorothy. Good morning, good morning. Yes, they do. They have selective hearing. I say that.
Hey, dearie. How you doing?
All the time. Selective hearing. So that kind of like that stuff that I kept saying.
I think he had something to do with it.
You didn't hear your wife.
Hi, Jen.
Good hey, morning. Jen. Come on up, girl. Come on, girl.
I guess I should put my
hey, girl. Yeah.
Put my
because the thing wasn't there. She does that. I wanted to see if she had heard anything about this case too.
About what?
This case that we're talking about, the Darley. See, I can't believe I haven't heard about this.
Almost case. 40 years old.
Yeah, but I didn't hear about it.
Oh, I remember when that was going on.
And they said this was right after the one lady that I remember that one too, where she killed her sons, drove the car into the in the river.
Oh, Susan
remember
Smith?
That? Susan Smith.
Oh.
That made me sick.
She's evil.
She totally is. And blames,
Imagine drowning your children.
No. She cut hell for that one.
Oh, 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was 40 years
ago. I thought she was like 50 something.
Yeah. I think she was in her I think she was 28, something like that.
They said she was 54 years old.
Where are you watching that? Just on YouTube or?
No, Tracy put up all 4 videos for us to watch, and
I think Tracy knew her mother had something to do with, knew the family. I think she knew the family or something.
The Valtier murders were almost 3 years ago. Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube because there's 4 videos on it because they kept trying. I guess they tried. Didn't they try a couple times to get her out? Did you hear that Lindsay Clancy? About that Lindsay Clancy. So sad. Okay, there's another one. Lindsay Clancy. Did you hear about that one?
Hi, Jen.
Well, hi.
Well, good morning, my little
friend. About, all kinds of crime.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you hear about that one, honey?
Which one, babe? Like, just give me
The Daria, the one that killed her 2 sons and said she didn't do it. She was sleeping on the couch, and the little boys, they were so cute. They're only like a year apart or 2 years
No.
apart.
I actually haven't heard about that.
Darling here.
Oh, dear.
That was a big thing.
Oh, Darlie?
Yeah.
Darling here.
That's a tough one.
See, that's what I said. Because
there's a whole lot involved in that, too. I think 10 to Life did something on that.
Yes, that's what I heard, 10 to Life. See, there's stuff that you're just like, yeah, this cop, that one cop, the first cop that showed up and didn't call it in and said he was on scene. That's weird.
Yeah.
Hi, a blank slate.
Hi, blank slate.
I just don't understand how he couldn't have heard anything.
That's what I said. Why didn't
That's
he?
what
He didn't hear no commotion.
Murder. I really do.
And then he said all of a
That's my
sudden
opinion.
he came
I
down
could be
because he
wrong.
heard her screaming. He just kept calling him, saying the kid's name like out loud. Hey, Irish cow.
See, and I'm on the lines of, I'd love to know what he was doing, because
Thank you.
I don't know the story like too much, so don't get on me.
I don't either. That's
but
what I said.
if we're gonna, I do know that when I was younger, I kind of remember the news clippings or Unsolved Mysteries or some crap where she was at the grave, and she
that was stupid with the silly string.
Yeah. So, now that I'm grown, I think to myself, everybody grieves in a different way. And if we're going to think she's guilty, then why haven't we thought he's guilty?
I do think
exactly. That's what I said, because he even signed a thing he said the last attorney saying that he was purposely committing insurance fraud for her. He would do anything for her.
Oh my goodness.
So, which was weird.
We don't know that she was protecting him. Maybe she wasn't. Hi, Amelia.
Hi, Amelia. I don't know.
That's a tough one, because she really did have some pretty serious wounds on her. I think that he might have had something to do with it. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
No, there's another case. There was another case that I think it was a woman and a man, and she was a cop and he was a cop. And I don't know what happened. Oh, his girlfriend got murdered, and he framed her, and she ended up serving time in prison for it. But come to find out, her husband, the cop, was cheating, right, with that woman, and he did it and set her up.
Wow.
And that was kind of shocking. It's shocking to know that cops are just as much as humans as we all are. And I mean, they're not all innocent, I guess, especially in that case.
Good to see you.
Look at Mark. Is it Mark Furman? Even
he was
OJ case, right?
Oh,
I'm seeing a whole lot of, and I hate to use this term, right? Bad actors. I'm seeing a whole lot of bad, just like cops that are not doing their job. They're, and I'm not talking about any of the job. I'm just saying in true crime. I'm not seeing a lot of go get them, right?
Mm-hmm. What did you see? Bailey said, did you hear about Adrian Fauci pleading guilty yesterday for killing Tristan Bailey?
Oh, yeah.
Fucci.
Good morning, everybody. I can't see chat, so I'm so sorry, but I love you all.
So that's what
everybody that comes in here.
Yes. There was a cop.
It's so good to see you.
I know, Shauna.
Who was notorious for beating his girlfriend, and he got away with it until she went federal to press charges up to, see, that's a good old.
After she was put into a coma. Nice.
Oh my God.
See, and that's what sucks is these damn cops, like, what's his face that killed his fourth wife before he got thrown into jail, and the reason why is because he got caught for the second wife, killing the second wife.
Do you guys think it's because, okay, so police officers through the years, I mean, imagine even the riots back in California when it was, I don't remember, the 90s, right? They were lighting stuff on fire, palm trees, all the riots. And the cops actually left that.
Peterson, yeah.
Yeah, they just left. And then, like you said, then you have Peterson and OJ and all these cases where, you know, as a police officer, you can only do so much legally.
Well, I had no doubt. It does take a toll on them. I mean, I used to hear stories from
Hi,
criminals
Winky.
about how much they hated going on domestics because
Drew
it just,
Peterson, that's another one. Yeah.
Drew Peterson, exactly.
He was a
that's what I'm
cop.
saying. Yeah.
Like,
He lived a couple towns away from me.
it's a lot more profound and scary now that I mean, I can't believe we have to question police officers.
Well,
That's why you
They're
always see them in the
trained.
bar because they
They're
end up drinking or
they know how to get away with murder. Well, not murder, but crimes.
Yeah.
Trained because of the way they're trained. Hi, Winky, Winky,
Hey,
Winky.
Winky. Good morning.
Good to see you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it does take a big toll. He says that's why you'll see them either they cheat, they end up drinking, because
You know, and
it's,
that I have to say it puts the really, really good cops
yes,
in
Yeah.
a bad light, man. That's so horrible.
it does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Do you remember that story about this? She was a woman cop, and she was jealous of this woman that was gonna marry the guy that she was in love with, and
Oh,
she became a cop. And years later, they
she went
realized,
after her.
yeah,
Yeah.
she killed her.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Oh yeah.
remember that?
I
Yeah,
remember
and
hearing
then
the interview, and she was so calm and cool.
Calm.
And
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
because but you see her face like change right away. I'm like, wow, you
They were watching.
busted, lady.
Yeah, they were watching her for like 8 months too, and they had every detail on her. And then when they brought her in for the interview, right, she was shocked, but goddamn, man.
She played it cool. Mr. Wondering Hagen said, I'm from Scotland, Carla. Scotland, UK.
It's too early for dogs. I swear.
Pete!
I have to wake up with an attitude of I'm the boss.
I
You know?
right? You
I don't
do.
like waking up
Because you
that
do.
way.
Because they wake up all feisty and
Oh
let's
my
play.
I
Hey.
told Nanya the other day I have a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and I don't even know how much she weighs, but she's a big girl, and she has now learned to jump up and buck like a horse. I mean, midair, buck like a horse.
Those my stepdaughter has 2 of those Chesapeake retrievers.
Did they pull her by the hair?
They're
Run out the bed?
Don't leave anything on your counter. They'll eat it.
Trust
They're
me.
yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
horrible for stealing food.
Yes.
The one is pretty normal size. The other one, she weighs almost 200 pounds. She's a pig. She
Jeez.
So is
ate a whole pound of butter that they left on.
Yeah.
Time. Oh
Well,
my God.
here, I got one even better. My ex-boyfriend had 2 boxers and one. Well, they both would eat anything, but one, I don't care what it was. And I took out 2 packages of frozen chicken thighs. Frozen. And
No.
I went upstairs and I put it on the counter and I put it way in the middle, like on his island, so they couldn't get it. Sure.
Yams.
I came downstairs like over an hour later and I go, and I'm
Oh my
looking
gosh.
around
Oh my
and
God.
I'm questioning myself because I'm like, I know I think, did I put it in the refrigerator? So I look, it's not there. And I'm like, did I even take it out? And I open up the freezer. And I'm like,
Please.
it's not there. I happened to look
morning.
outside, and you know the styrofoam that it sits on in? It's in the backyard.
Oh my God, Nanya.
I swear. And then I look, the styrofoam's in the yard, the wrapping's in the yard, and I'm
Didn't
like,
you freak out?
they ate frozen chicken? How did
Oh
they
my
do that? And I went and called him, and he goes, where was it? And he said, and I pushed it all the way back on the counter. He goes, that dog will reach until he gets the chicken.
Yeah.
Love
And
you
not
too,
only,
Jonice.
and then the other, once he knocks it down, the other one's helping him. And they grabbed it, frozen right.
Oh yeah. The cats work together with the dogs here. Yeah.
Yes, they work together, and let me tell you, for a good 3 to 4 days, they
Shauna's got an escape artist in her hands today.
Yeah, she said, don't get me started about a dog.
Uh-oh.
Her dog was naughty this morning.
Uh-oh.
So here's one for you,
My
Shauna.
dog
I've
eats-
got a German short and that one loves to run out the door. And one day she ran out the front door, and I'm in my jammers, my jammer pants, you know,
Oh, no.
my t-shirt, and I'm running after her. And you know, every time you try to catch somebody and you fall and just they slide right through your arms. Right?
Oh,
So I'm doing that in like every neighbor's lawn. Okay. So by the end of this, my pants are below one butt cheek. Right, the whole neighborhood could see, and they're all outside of their house laughing at me. Right, and I have to grab this short hair and pick her up and let's go in the house now. Let me grab my pants.
no.
Yeah.
What's it hanging out? Your hair
It came out, and the neighbors are like, "That's the best laugh I've had in years."
I'm glad I used you.
Oh my God, I know how that is. I do.
I had a chocolate lab that used to run too, and he used to get out of the yard. He would open the latch with his nose, push it open, and he'd run. And don't even try to chase him, because the more you chase him, the more he would run. And the kids were gonna go just before the bus came, and I'm like, the dog got out of the yard again. So I had to grab his treat. Here you see my daughter screaming for the dog, Rocky, and my son screaming for the dog, and I got his lead. And we're all three of us are running. Now the kids are sitting at the bus stop with the parents, and they see him, and he was a 110-pound lab. So they see him, and the kids are laughing, but the parents, the moms, are like, ow, ow, you know.
Yeah.
And then they're looking at me, and they're like, leash your dog. And I turn around to one mom, and I'm holding it, and I said, what the heck do you think this is? She looks at me, don't get me started. All of a sudden, I show him the treat because that's the only way he would stop. He comes over, I leashed him, I picked him up with one hand, and I'm like, let's go home. And she saw, I was 110 pounds, and she saw me, and I just gave her the stink eye, and I kept going. And my son's like, Mom, I have the leash. You don't have to hold him up.
You're still pissed.
Shauna, that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
To be clear, my sleep shirt is nightgown.
When I was growing up, we had
That's
Dobermans,
funny.
and that dog, if there was like an inch open on the door, he would push his way through that door, and we had to chase that little bugger all over the all over the place to catch him.
Oh my God.
You,
You know,
either wait for them to come home, or you just walk around with the treat. Usually with him.
No, you used to call him Duke. Never came, never listened. Come, Duke. And he'd look at you, and he'd wait until you got really close to him
And take off.
You could
Yep.
take off.
That's why
Oh
I
my God, I used to be so
Duke.
mad.
had a
Even
white
when we
and
had
named
him
Joe.
cornered, we would have him cornered, and he would just wait until he was like right.
Yep.
We would have him almost. We would just about get him, and then he took off.
That's what Sadie does. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
God.
They love that because they think you're playing.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
how hard it is to be completely pissed off at your dog, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to act like you're playing with them to get them to come.
And then
Yeah.
but they know. But
Yes,
they know.
You're like, come here, little girl, come on.
No,
on.
that's why I used to get the treat. Look at Mama got you treat. You want treat? And then you hear the parents in the background. Oh, there's your dog. I'm like, shut. Treat. Don't listen to the people. Just look at Mommy got treats. I'm like, wait till you get home.
Our
I'm
dog
so mad.
and our Doberman listened. It's just when that door was just a little speck open, he would boot her. He would know, and he would take
Well,
off.
usually it's because of a female. Because with my Weimaraner, that's what happened, and it was so funny because the guy right down the street had a collie, and he said, "Is that your dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "He comes when I guess he escapes over here because he sits by my fence and he cries for my dog." I says, "Do you have a female?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "That's why," because we can't figure out where he goes. And he goes, "Well, he goes to my house and he sits by the fence and he cries."
Hi, Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Hey,
What's
I
going
have
on?
a dog story I wanted to tell real quick.
Oh, okay.
And
So, we have 2 Australian Shepherds. My daughter is an adult,
I love
and she has them, but I helped raise them when they were puppies. They are siblings, so they have the same parents, and but they're different litters. They're 9 months apart. He's older. His name is Chester. She is younger. Her name is Junie B. I don't know if anybody has read the Junie B. Jones books, but that's her too. And she has a personality. So anyway, he was an escape artist. And when he got out, I can't tell you how many times I was scared to death he was going to get hit by a car, because he would run, he would dart just to get away from us. We tried all, and every time we were able to kind of lure him, he figured out. So the next time the same trick didn't work.
Wow.
So I'm at home by myself one day, walking around in my underwear and my t-shirt, and I see them run across the street. They've escaped out of the backyard. We had chains.
Oh my God.
Reevaluate your outfit.
and I'm like, oh my God, I'm here. How am I going to get, the things that were going through my mind, like, how am I going to get both of them? And how long is it going to take for me to grab my car keys and get decent, right, to get out the door? And how far away are they going to be by that time?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the long story short, we were, Mr. Big Paws is my cat that I have now, but we were feeding, he was an out cat at the time, and there was cat food on the front porch. And Chester came up to take a snack of that cat food. And it was just the perfect timing. I grabbed him and brought him inside, and Junie just followed right after.
They
Oh
say that
God.
even for cats, when they run away, they say put their food out and they'll come back.
I tell
That's
you,
what you're supposed
you know what?
to do.
You think these dogs, this Doberman is a big dog. We brought a cat into the house, and he tried to eat out of her dish one time. She scratched him on the nose. Every time she was eating, he would back up. He was freaking scared of her.
The side
He was
eye.
such a wuss. Oh my
All
God.
dogs are. Have you ever watched the YouTube vids on that stuff? I've never seen one dog that took the challenge with the cat.
Oh, my
Well,
dog.
They know better. That's
He
why.
will, I know.
Hey.
They
Yeah.
just have to be scratched on the nose one time. That's
Yeah.
it. Remember.
So I just want to say there are not many days that I feel like the stars are aligned in my favor. If it had been Junie B that I had grabbed up on that front porch, Chester would have been like, "See ya."
Yeah.
He would not have followed back in. But because he was older and he was the pack leader, she came following him inside. So
Oh, that's a good thing, though.
yeah, that's my dog story. And thank God they never got hit by cars. Oh God, that's so scary.
Oh, I know. That's what.
Oh, it is.
Well, our dogs, Duke did break his leg.
Duke.
Yeah, that was his name. His name was Duke. Yeah, he did break his leg. He did get hit by a car, and he did break his leg, but he survived. But he used to use that broken leg whenever he wanted sympathy. You were mad at him. He would lift up
Get
his
out.
and look at you pathetically. But sometimes he'd forget which leg was broken, and he left the other leg. It was hilarious. It was.
Don't you remember my leg?
He's like,
Yeah, it's like
and you're like, no, it was the other
hit by
leg.
a car.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then he
this
would
one.
forget which leg was. It was the right leg, and he'd lift up the left leg, and look at us
Oh my
like,
God, that's
feel
funny.
sorry for me. Oh,
That was a cute story, Evelyn. Thanks for sharing that.
yeah, it
And
was.
Shauna, I want to hear that story about how she said her dog ate the frozen ground turkey, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
I'd love to catch people right after their dog does something naughty.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
like I'd love
Yeah.
to get an interview.
Sorry.
What's that?
That's Kaya.
Oh,
She
okay.
said she's saying good morning.
I'd love to catch them when right in the middle or after their dog does something
That's not
naughty,
nice.
because that's like real raw emotion.
No,
You know?
There's videos on here like that, and they're really funny.
Oh my
What
gosh.
have you done? What
I
have
saw-
you done?
I saw one, Carla, where the cat wouldn't stop attacking I think it was mother-in-law. The cat just every time the mother-in-law would come over, the cat would literally jump on her face and attack her.
That's funny.
Like, oh my God.
Yes, my dog wants a link.
Younger. When I was younger, my parents said, God, it was New Year's Eve. And we were up and we weren't supposed to be, me and my brother, and we were watching the ball drop. All I remember from this circumstance in my
She
childhood
turns a tragedy pip on the piano.
was watching the ball drop while the babysitter was locked herself in the bathroom because of my cat.
Hey, Chainsaw! How are you, honey?
She's not being nice. I don't like this.
What?
She's not being nice.
Well, good morning to you two.
I like her though.
She hasn't been nice to me for a while. So
Oh, why?
Welcome to my world.
yeah, I'm
Rah.
I don't have to take it on my own channel. That's the thing.
No, you don't. No.
Yeah.
And to all the
Leave
people
Evelyn alone.
the people that want to put that negative energy out there and feed it to me, I don't eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a video coming out how mean I was to her. So
I
It
didn't
is what
see.
it is.
I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry, I was trying to tell my dog to. Shh.
yeah, well, when someone is nasty to someone that's on my panel or someone that comes in here often, I don't like that. I don't.
What was
take
she
kindly to
doing? I'm sorry.
Oh, she was just being facetious. Which
Shauna.
not Shauna.
To Evelyn.
Corey was not being nice to Evelyn.
See, why? Why start our days out like that?
I don't know. People wait for things
My
to
God.
bitch about.
Go back to bed and wake up in a better mood. I don't know. You know,
I
and
don't know.
there's so many other people to bitch about. I just have to say that.
Well, can I just say this? The Diane Patchen story is so fucking last year. I'm sick of hearing about it. You know what I mean?
You know, it's a tough spot, Carla. I've noticed that because
Exactly, Darby.
because of
She
the
said
new
that's-
people that come
right.
in, right?
Right.
People have the story wrong, so then other people try to fix it and they miss things, and it's like the game of telephone, you know, from a year ago. We're hearing, I mean, the other day I heard somebody say that, and I don't know if it's true, I'm not defending her at all, but I heard that Molly and Diane were part of the St. Jude scam, and that was coming from a new person.
Molly.
Well,
Exactly.
No.
Well,
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't
Nobody
know.
knows.
I
But
don't
you know, why keep bringing it up?
Right.
I'm sick of hearing
And
about
that's
it.
from and these new people don't know what the
come in
hell's going on. So shut
Don't
the fuck
come
up
in here
about it.
and start talking about we hate people with cancer, kids with cancer.
What the hell?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
well,
Life is too
fucking
short.
old. That's last year. It happened 2 years ago. I'm done with it.
Right.
I never did anything wrong. So why should I worry
Did
about
anybody watch Burnt Toast last night?
No.
I didn't.
Ooh,
No.
I mean, there's so much more to talk about with other creators. We got one, apparently, one over here that She she was forging W-2 records for mortgage companies.
Whoa, that's not good.
Yeah,
Why?
I think the
Why?
bucket of bleach went right to her head. Like, for real. I mean, if anybody has a chance, go watch Burnt Toast from last night. It's not that long. It's all receipts. It'll give you an idea of what kind of people we're dealing with on the internet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I try to keep it like I do try to keep stories that happened 2 years ago because people are still freaking down your throat about what happened 3 years ago. And I'm
Right,
guilty of that
no.
too. Like, just let it go. Let it
The
go.
past should stay in the past. It
It's
was dealt
gone.
with already, especially if it's dealt with. Why? I don't understand that either. Like, why dig up old shit?
Shauna says, frankly, I'm moving on, and anyone staying behind will be left. Exactly.
There you go.
That's a really good way to put it, too.
Mhm.
And, the only thing I had to do really with Diane was I said I was sorry for her loss when her mother passed away. I'm sorry I did that. I caught shit from saying that, but it's like a human thing to do,
Yeah.
so
There's a difference
I
between
shouldn't have, but it is what
You
it
can
is.
do what you want. How about that, Carla?
Right.
Yeah,
You're the one at the end of the day that has to pay the piper, correct? You're the
that's
one at the
right.
end of the day that has to sleep well at night. And I sleep just fine.
I
I
do
mean,
too.
that's just the bottom line. I'm not letting anybody else ruin my happiness, right? I'm
Right.
Right.
not drinking anybody else's poison and expecting them to die. I'm not doing it anymore. It's immature. It
It's
takes up way too much time. I
Of your
love
son's
happiness
face.
more than I love hate.
Yep.
it's counterproductive. Like her coming in here, what was the point? We were having a good conversation. Come in here. We're talking about dogs. Evelyn comes in here. She had to it just makes me so mad. And you watch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, she'll have a video up saying what a horrible person I am.
And here's me going, hi. Because she's always been so nice to me. So I don't know. Okay.
Well,
I'm just going to keep it. I'm sorry that happened to you. Evelyn.
well, in my
Sorry. And I'm sorry to have been on here too.
Don't sweat it, girlfriend. Just
I
don't.
know.
I'm just not going to address anything to do with Diane anymore. It's done. It's over. She's gone. What more do you want?
She's
The
still
woman is
around.
gone.
She didn't leave.
Yeah,
Well, she's not around.
I can tell you that I don't know whether or not she's gone or not because, I heard what I had to hear regarding St. Jude, and then I was done. And for me, that was no apology. That was just for me and my.
Yeah, I didn't either, Evelyn, because I didn't think you
The
guys were
second
friends
that-
anymore. So I don't understand that either. But I digress. So I hate to say that, but I was confused when I saw that.
Well, I'm just not going to waste my time with her. Like,
Don't let it. Yeah,
Oh,
don't let
no,
it derail your. Don't let her derail your stream. That's what Shauna's saying. Emotional vampires. Yeah, Bailey.
Hi, Bailey. Hi, sweet girl. I think I've missed you.
Minute
every day.
back.
That's one
yeah,
person.
she was,
Say hi
Bailey.
to you. Hi, babe.
Yeah, Bales.
Believe me, my husband's work and us too give to St. Jude's. Like they have a pool and where he works, and they give hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars a year to St. Jude's. We give we give money to them. So it's not because we don't like kids that have cancer. No, I hate when people say that. Why don't you like kids with cancer? We absolutely do.
John, I wanted to ask Shauna a question, and this is, don't take it any other way than I'm curious, right? I'm curious, and I'm still learning in life. So I watched Mallory at St. Jude's, and I mean, I found it obviously completely inappropriate in all manners. Here's my question though. Okay. I know because I have a family member, right? That's trans. I know that they don't want to be called he, she, ma'am, sir, right? My question is, I don't want to call them they because that seems so impersonal. And to me, it's plural, right? How do you, so in Mallory's circumstance, when the officer said, sir, ma'am, right? In a different circumstance, how would you do that differently? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I came out of that situation wondering, all right, so if I see somebody that's transgender presenting themselves, as a woman, but I'm unsure and I don't want to insult them, right, by saying they, or, what do I do? I don't want to walk around in this world going, hey, you. Hey, you.
She
Like,
said, I thought Mallory goes by female pronouns.
yes. But what if you don't know, or what if they're insulted by even being labeled? Like, I'm struggling with that. I don't know, obviously I have common sense, and if she's dressed like a woman, right, she's presenting her, you would say ma'am. Okay, but what if that person doesn't want to be labeled at all?
Good
So
question.
I'm just like, that's the part. And I know Shauna is the best person to go to when you want
What
to.
did he call? What did he call?
Yeah,
Did he-
because
what-
this did happen in this community with FOD. They wouldn't say he or she. They wouldn't, they wouldn't answer the question.
Right. And the response that you kind of get from Mallory
Oh,
is,
she's going to come up.
oh, good, is Google
yeah,
it.
good.
Google it, right? Google it. Sure, I can Google it. Sure, I can. But I'm also going to ask somebody who is in the community and that I respect, for their opinion.
Right.
And insight on it. And remember, you guys, it's all a learning curve and respect. Just respecting other people,
I just know I was called a trans basher because I did not like FOD. I don't know. It just, when he came into this, or
Oh my
she,
gosh! Just because you don't like someone if they're trans, that doesn't mean that you're bashing.
no, I didn't like the person because they were
Right.
just nasty.
Yeah.
It wasn't because they
Right.
were trans. It
That
had
is
nothing.
nothing. That is nothing.
But I got labeled a trans basher.
And maybe it's because my family member doesn't want to be labeled at all. Like, at all. Zero labels. Referred to as they. So I don't know if it's just my circumstance, or you know what I mean, but I'd like to educate myself.
Scott.
Right. I got you. We're just dealing with that now.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
My husband's having a harder time than I am. Not that, like, what he said to me, and I kind of was a little upset with him, was, I hope they grow out of it. And I'm like, that's who they are. Don't expect that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you know that's
Right.
a normal reaction? That's a normal reaction.
Exactly.
Carla, absolutely. The main thing that I'm hearing is from parents is they go through this phase. Parents go through this phase of, well, maybe it's just a fad, or maybe they'll grow out of it. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I've heard that a lot, and you kind of get to a point where you realize that this is who they are. This is who they've always been, right? And they're so tough to come out and say it.
Hi, Shauna.
Hi, babe.
Hey, Shauna, about time.
Hey,
You're up
everybody, can y'all hear
here.
me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, first of all, I want to say that, the transition process is not just for the person that's transitioning, it's for everybody.
Right.
I still have people in my life that are still transitioning into my preferred pronouns, calling me names because my entire life they've known me one way, and not
Yeah.
everybody sees what other people see or what I see. Some people can look at me and see man, some people can look at me and see woman. It's up to everybody's individuality, and I don't think if someone calls me sir on the street they're being rude or transphobic. It's what they see and they don't know. So it's my job to either address it, ignore it. It really depends on how I feel at the time. But
Right.
and I have to be honest with you, I'm not the best person to ask about non-binary pronouns because I am traditional, believing that there are two genders. I'm very old-fashioned and ignorant in that way.
I'm
However, I
ignorant.
do know that non-binary people who don't identify as he or she, will either go by both pronouns or prefer the they pronoun. And even though it's uncomfortable for you and it's weird to get used to,
Mhm.
that just might be what you have to refer to them as, or just always use their name.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
that's even hard.
That makes sense, though.
and I gotta tell you guys, do you see how she just explained this?
Yes.
This is Shauna's. I swear, Shauna, you are so good at this.
Right.
Explaining things without making you feel like you're a dumbass. I mean,
No.
I
They're
love
coming from a place of honesty. It's not dumb.
right.
It would be dumb to not ask. It would be dumb to ignore your feelings and saying, you know what, I feel uncomfortable saying this, and then just stay ignorant. It would be dumb for Carla's husband to say, I hope that he changes his mind. If that's honestly how he feels, then that's how he feels. He has to learn about it. He has to get to know. Listen,
Thank
all we
you.
can do with each other is be honest. If it's coming from a place of love, so
Yes.
what if we disagree?
Right.
Well,
You're
another
still
thing
family at the end of the day.
he did
Right.
tell them, he did say, no matter what, you're our grandchild and we will always love you.
Of course. Of
But
course.
it's we're having a hard time,
I've got to be honest with you. I still have people in my family that wish that I wasn't transgender. They worry for my soul because they're very religious. They worry for my safety because, trans people are getting attacked these days. Everything. But it doesn't change that they're my family, and it
Right.
doesn't change that they still love me. Sometimes I'm annoyed by it or frustrated by it, but it's truth and it's honesty.
Mhm.
And I think we're going to cause a bigger divide if we continue to keep shaming people for not
Right.
understanding or asking questions. If we keep saying that people who don't understand are ignorant or stupid or transphobic instead of answering their questions and trying to talk to them, then we're just going to keep having a bigger divide. And I don't want any division. We have enough division in this world.
Yes,
Yep.
we do.
you're
Yeah, we
You
do.
hit that on the head, sweetheart. You did.
There's division with everything, politics, religions. I mean, now we have this. Come on. I
Right.
mean, if
Yeah.
more people would, like you would say, what do you guys have questions? How many times, even Jen, when she's speaking about something, she goes, if you need to know anything about what I just said, ask me if you have questions.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
if
that's
more
great.
people would just say that, if you guys have
Right.
questions, I mean,
Right.
don't be afraid to ask a question.
There's something to say about that because, okay, in this circumstance, that question specifically, I would never ask Mallory that question because I'm afraid of being called dumb, ignorant, go Google it, lazy, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But Shauna, I'm completely comfortable asking that question.
Maybe it's because you don't have that kind of a relationship with Mallory that you can't ask her that.
But I have to say, when I first started YouTube, I did have that kind of relationship where I could ask that. But watching her even with other subs or on panels and hearing her say, well, Google it. I'm not the dictionary. That
Okay, then you
it's a
don't. Then
turn off.
yeah, then that's
I'm
the
not
person
mad
I
or
would.
anything.
Right.
I have to respect.
Yeah, and it's not Mallory's job to educate
Right.
anybody. I choose to do it because of all the reasons I just listed, but nobody is entitled. You don't have to do
You don't
anything.
have to.
Right.
Right.
But
Right.
I think that when you have a platform and you put yourself out there, you have an obligation to do it, but that's my belief. That's not everybody's belief, and obviously that's not Mallory's belief.
Right.
So
no.
I will say I'm a little frustrated with this idea that she's being racially profiled, the
Oh my
the
God.
privilege of the audacity of that, in my opinion, is why she's saying it. She doesn't really believe that, in my opinion, but it's still ignorant in itself, because she has the free ability to be a passing white person in this world. You know, she's not getting pulled over because of the color of her skin. She's
Yeah.
not getting racially profiled. So the audacity of all of that is just frustrating to me, but she can't even hear that. You know, she does these things to be jarring. She's trolling, I believe, and she wants people to be pissed off. So having that conversation with her or saying anything about it doesn't do me any good, because I'm feeding into her hand. And I believe that's what everybody should do, is just, if you like her, watch her. And if you don't, just ignore her, because
Yep.
she's just one of these people who just wants to be provocative for the sake of being provocative. And
Yep.
obviously she
Yep.
thinks it benefits her in some way.
Well,
And
Cass just said you can't Google it. Everybody is different. You don't know if they're willing to answer questions.
Yeah.
right, and that's exactly right. And how I address something is not going to be the way that somebody else addresses something.
Yep.
But you can always ask anybody,
Mm-hmm.
what are your preferred pronouns? I do it sometimes. I just happened to me the other day. I go to this store all the time, and I have this lovely banter with this woman, but she's very masculine presenting. So I said, please don't be offended. What are your pronouns? She said, my pronouns are she. So now I call her she. Okay, she's just a lesbian, so no big deal. It happens. Sometimes people appear as androgynous and you don't know, and it's okay to ask. It should be okay to ask.
It should
We
be as
shouldn't be
right.
afraid.
Right. We
We
Yeah.
shouldn't.
shouldn't be afraid to ask how to respect people. That just seems so silly.
Right.
It seems so silly.
You know,
It's
if more
just
people would learn this, right? If more people would learn and educate themselves, can you imagine a world just full of respect and love?
sure.
I mean, how great would that be?
It's a Star
How
Trek future,
easy.
girl. I think it's so easily
How
obtained.
easy would that be?
Yes.
Right.
Can I
Mhm.
just say that when we found out about our grandchild, we were in shock. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
scared, actually, that we would mess up when we saw them. I'm sorry
Mm.
saying them, but we were nervous that we would get it wrong. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
would say something to offend them, and we would, but they're fine with it. They are
How old is your grandchild?
12.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know about being, like I said, being non-binary, but I do know that at 12 I had these same feelings. I don't know if
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody who identifies as non-binary or transgendered at 12 will always have those feelings.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
gonna
just have to
say
kind of
too.
roll with the punches and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
I
But just
told
always remember that you love them, and
Yeah.
it's
Well,
it's
and they
hard for
know
them
that.
too. Yeah.
We made sure they know that. She know. I'm sorry, my grandchild knew that. I'm trying not to give anything away.
Well,
Yeah,
my
I get it.
my old job, one of the guys that I talked to, his daughter went to transgender, and at 12 she would have the same feeling, and going through grade school and graduating high school, he was going to go through the whole thing. And she came to the father after he graduated, and said, I don't want to go through the operation anymore.
Mm.
And that was, he didn't know how to take it. He came to me and said, I don't know what to say to her now.
Yeah.
She wants to be a girl again. And I
that's
said, you just have to support her and her decision, because maybe at 12 it was the thing, and growing up something
Please
hit.
imagine wrapping your head around that.
Right,
I hear
right,
stories.
right.
I hear stories of transgender people who regret transitioning or felt pressured into transitioning.
yes.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to do that for anybody. I don't think that transitioning is for children. I think
I
that being
agree.
trans can be for children, but I don't think transitioning is for children. And I think that we need to it's okay for people to say that I'm not trans, or I thought I was trans and I'm not, without it somehow jeopardizing my sorry guys, excuse me.
It's okay.
without it somehow jeopardizing my transness or existence or
Sure,
because
right.
sometimes my community feels that way, feels like, oh, other trans people talking about how they regret transitioning or how they were pressured into transitioning somehow affects our mission statement. My mission statement is very clear. I want to be happy. That's it. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with any other trans person. I'm not trying to recruit trans people. I'm certainly happy for them, but I don't give a fuck if someone wants to be trans or not. That's none of my business.
Yeah.
I don't
And it,
understand why people are so offended
sure,
by
right.
someone's journey. That was their journey and that's
There
their
was
story. Why do
right.
we care?
And he said,
Yeah.
because I said, well, does she have an interest now in the opposite sex? And he goes, that's what I thought. And she said, no, she just doesn't
Yeah.
want to. She wants to be who she is.
Yeah.
And he's supporting
Well,
her, but he's like, but then, he's like, my wife and I are just like, what do we do with this? Because this was dropped in our laps at 12 years old and we supported her
mhm.
the whole way. And now she graduated high school and she was supposed to go through all this. And we were supporting her with that. So now, you feel sorry for the parents because they feel like they're in this whirlwind and they want to
Yeah,
support
because
her.
like I
You know
said,
what I
it's a
mean?
transition for them.
Right. And so they said, we'll support you okay. And they keep asking her, how do you feel about this? And she's like, Dad, I feel fine.
Mm.
I really just don't want to go through this whole ordeal. I want to stay who I am. And she still likes girls and she still wants to be there, but she doesn't want to go through the whole change.
Yeah, that's another common misconception is that because someone might be trans or want to change their gender, that their sexual preference might change. You're going to find that there are going to be trans men, male to female, who still like females, and there are going to be trans female to male who still like males. It doesn't have anything to do with your sexual attraction to the other person.
Right.
And sometimes it changes for some people.
Yeah.
Um, I've known people who are gay, are very heterosexual, and have transitioned to being female, and then find themselves attracted to females because they are homosexual.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it just everybody's different. It's the possibilities of an outcome are as fruitful as how many people there are in the world who are going through this, and you just have to
True.
be willing to listen to the person and accept them. And if you can't accept them, figure out what that's all about and try to just meet them where they're at, but always stay
Right.
respectful and loving.
And
Well,
have an open mind. I've learned
yes.
so
That's what
much
Sure.
about
they
just being human.
right.
Okay, I've learned so much just being a human, and our mission, I think, for me in this world is unconditional love.
Mm.
Right, that's my mission in this life, is to spread unconditional love, and that's how I'll get into my preferred place, right, heaven, when I go.
Right.
And I never can forget that. It's all about, it's never, for me, it's not about looking at my child like she's a female or a male, they are a female or a male. See, I still have problems sometimes. It's loving them for who they are. I mean,
Right.
my child started as she wanted to be a he, and transition completely, have the surgery at 18. Well, that was at 12, and now we're at 18, right? We're in college, and we don't want to
Hmm.
have the surgery at all, right? And we don't want to be classified under any gender. So I
Mm.
had to roll with the punches,
See,
okay?
Yeah.
And it's worked out for me. I mean, I've learned so much. I'm free to ask questions and get my answers. And just know that the law is be respectful and you get respect back.
hmm
Yeah.
see, we
Amen. You hit the
Joyce,
nail on the head, Whistle Bound.
yeah, exactly. Joyce, my 10-year-old granddaughter said she's gay. I asked her how she knows. She uh, said she hates boys. I told her that may be part of your age. I asked, are you attracted to girls? And she said no. And she said, confusing.
She's confused.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
And
I've been confused with things in my life, right?
Yeah,
I
remember yourself at 12 and you thought you knew the world, and
Oh
then
my
and
God.
then when you became 18, you started thinking differently. It's the same for
It's the same
anybody,
thing.
you know.
Yeah.
Once you get to know more information or meet different people and think, "Oh, I'm more like that than I am like this." You
Yeah.
change your mind. And that should be okay. That's why I don't think transitioning is good for young kids, because
No.
we're going to change our minds,
Yeah.
you know?
Especially when you get to college, everything changes.
Absolutely. All the exploring I did when I was in college, and I'm talking about drug experimenting, sexual
Mhm.
experimenting, um, topic experimenting. I changed what is it called? Not profession, but when you're studying I changed my major about 4 different times in
Oh
school.
yeah. Yeah.
Like just shit changes.
I
You're never
remember.
Guys,
right.
I hate to I'm gonna have to continue listening, but thank you for listening to me. I really
Oh,
appreciate
thanks
it.
No,
for
I
coming up,
appreciate it,
Shauna. We really
Shauna. Thank
appreciate your
you.
opinion. Totally.
I love you all so much. I
We
really
love you
appreciate
too.
this morning chat. Okay,
Oh,
I'll see you on
thank
to.
you. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
But yeah, I love that. She really puts so much in perspective, and
Right. I never get the response from Shauna that I get from Mallory, that I've ever gotten from Mallory. It's
mhm.
and
I
there.
just wanted to say one thing to Ems, because she was talking about she didn't agree with doctors giving like medication to help transition children. That's
I don't
one thing.
either. I
That's
don't
one
either.
thing my stepson and daughter-in-law will not approve of for her. No, they don't. Like they said, if you still feel this way when you're 18 and you're out of the house, then you're on your own then.
I
But
think that's an adult decision.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
my decision as to what they do with their body. It's theirs, and I needed my child to be at somewhat of a grown mental mind place, right? 18, you're facing the world, to think about that again, revisit that at 18,
Mhm.
right? Because I mean, it's changed for me.
I mean, at that age, 12, I was a tomboy, and that's what we called it back then. I was a tomboy.
I have to say this too, if I'm completely honest. There's a point in college, right, where, for me anyway, am I lesbian? Am I lesbian? Well, then I, found myself in the predicament of staring down the barrel of that gun, and I couldn't do it, So it answered my question. There's no way I could have, done that. So I know that my sexual preference is men and I know that for sure because of that experience, right?
Exactly, Cass. Exactly. Exactly, John. A good
What a
topic.
great morning conversation, y'all. Get your
Let's
coffee and let's talk about sex.
talk about sex, baby. Um, no, it went from. We had a good conversation here. And experimenting should be encouraged, isn't true, Shauna?
And
She's right.
how many people in chat just got a really good, education from this?
Right?
They can now
Because
go.
you're right. You can't. You have to be careful what you say to whom. You have to be careful. Can I ask them a question? Can I? It's really hard for people to even want to ask the question because you don't know. Like you said, there could be a Mallory that's like, "What the fuck? I'm not your teacher. Look it up for yourself." Or you get people that say, "Ask, we'll answer you."
Mhm.
They should have more um, teachings on this.
And
If
you have
people
to be
want to know,
willing to
they
listen.
should. Right, and
You
people
have
will listen.
you
I
have
would.
to be willing to listen. I'll say that because you can't just, when somebody comes up and explains it to you, you can't shut your mind off
No.
or be stuck in one spot, right? You have to open your mind and hear them and really listen and practice.
Exactly.
And it comes down to respect, right? It's
Mhm.
respecting another person, bottom line.
Just respect the person, but you know, just know that it's hard for the other person too, and they want to know. You know, and by nature, people are curious.
Yeah.
So, and they're not. But you have to understand. this kind of thing was done like how many years ago, and how many years ago it was put into the closet, as they called it, and
Yes.
it was shun in the dark, and nobody dare.
It should
even-
never have been. It really
No.
should never have been.
But back then, look how people acted, you know? Back then, you couldn't even, oh my gosh,
You
a
were
white person being
your
with a,
religion.
right, exactly. You didn't mix religions, you didn't mix colors, you dared talk to a man or blah, 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 or have the
Show your
same.
ankles, you know?
Exactly, show drink. So look at how everything revolutionized as time went on. So now it is different. And, you know, yes, in the Bible it says this and it says that, but you know what? It also says you're to love each
The
other,
bottom line of the Bible, yes, to love one another.
to
and
love one another.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. God says we are to love each other.
Yeah.
We are not to judge. That's up to Him, not us.
Right. And we're all just wearing a meat suit.
Yes,
You know, we have a
exactly.
soul inside of us, you know, and feelings. And I'd love for anybody to answer the question of, you know, when you cry, right? And you have where does emotion, what organ does that come from? What organ does your soul come from? I'd love to know, you know. We are all,
It's a soul God gave you.
right. We're all
It's a
born with
spirit.
this special thing inside of us, you know, that makes us who we are. And it doesn't
That goes back to God when you die.
you know, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what kind of suit I'm wearing.
As the preacher would say, to be absent from this body is to be present with the Lord. Hey, I'm not going to start that.
Yeah, please not now. And we're talking about somebody I have a dog that's a female that's named Pete.
Yes, that's what I say.
I have boy
Hey,
named too.
Yeah. You know, I don't look at genders. I don't, but I've been taught not to, you know.
Right.
And that's the greatest
Well,
gift I've ever had.
yeah, because like I said, it goes back in history. I mean, Italians are that way, you know, they're just very one-sided. So, and now to bring them towards.
Yeah, M says it, you know, so good. She said, I wouldn't want my child in the closet, but I also wouldn't want them making permanent medical changes for something. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's what my stepson said. We're not going to have any medical procedures done on her.
So there's a story on
For sure. Like she's
That's so sad, Joy. Did you read her comment? See, I would have done the same thing. That's sad.
Aw.
Let me read it, babe. Put it on screen.
Okay.
You don't, if it's too much. Went to uncle's.
I was feeling my cake.
Oh my God.
I know. That's sad.
Oh my gosh.
I would never do that to someone.
See, how
No.
does that do the world any good? How does that do the world any good? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Hi, Lee.
And again, love.
There's a story on YouTube, Ems. It's about a woman, and I think she was on Fox News, but I don't want to get, you know.
Hey, man, the trouble, Lynn. How are ya?
Where the doctors, I think she was young, this girl, she was young, and all through her life, she kind of felt a certain way. So her parents took her to counseling and the doctor, and they said that she wanted to be a boy. So they put her on medication and they started everything. Come to find out at 18, she didn't want to be a boy, but now she can't have children. I mean,
Because of what they put, the medication.
and the counselors and everything telling her, oh, you want to be a boy. You're transgender. Right. It's an actual story. It's heartbreaking, actually, on YouTube. Yeah, and the news. But yeah, now she can't have any children. So it's kind of like, wow, you know?
Right.
Well, I think if you love your children, there shouldn't be any conditions on them. They're gay, straight, trans, whatever.
Yeah.
I accept my children, you know.
No matter what.
Carla, you're doing
No matter what.
fantastic. you know, fantastic.
But we're having, and I won't candy coat this. We're having a little difficult with the grandchild because not difficult. I'm not saying it's hard to accept. It's hard to get used to.
Yes.
That I will say. Because I asked your advice about it because, I said, what if we don't want to offend them,
Yeah.
because they changed their name and everything.
And what did I say?
Mhm.
Always ask, did I offend
Yeah.
you? Because that
Yeah,
goes
and we did, and
a long way.
she doesn't even care if we make mistakes.
Yes.
Like she even said, "Oh, don't worry about it," but we do because we don't want to,
Yeah.
make her feel bad.
Ask questions, and the first question you should ask is, do you mind if I ask you this question? That's where I started. I'll ask, do you mind if I ask you this question? And whether or not they give me permission, and then I go ahead and go forward. But communication, oh my God, like has gone so far. I've learned, they've learned, the world is learning,
And
Yeah.
our first thing that we said to her was, no matter what, you're a grandchild, we will love you.
Yeah.
No matter what your decision is. And she was like, she gave us both a big hug and she was like, thank you so much. Because I guess it might have been harder for her parents too. Well, the other grandparents were not as accepting as that. They just thought it was
Hey,
ridiculous.
Michelle Pepe. I didn't mean to say
what a
Pepe,
blessing she has you guys, then.
right? And like you said, you just be there for her and try to, and you'll get it. You'll
Carla's
understand.
good at this.
The worst thing we can't get used to is the name because she changed her name, and I'm like, and we kept getting it wrong because we've been calling her
Well,
name for 12 years.
right.
And all of a sudden we have to call
I
her.
think it's a cute name too.
You know what?
It is a good name,
My-
but
I forgot what they call it, but she has another name, right?
mhm.
And it's Randall. Do you know how mad I am?
You
You know what I mean? Because I associate it with Randy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, play anything but Randall. Come on.
And she's like, Mom, I'm not going to do that just because you have a problem with our name.
It's funny though. I mean, roll with the punches. Try to find some common ground and laugh.
Exactly. That's cute though.
I really do, because it takes a lot for these children to even say a word.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, I wish I had
That's
that
true.
kind of huevos, balls, right? To go ahead and do that at 12. I mean, that's amazing, the strength.
Yeah. And she was nervous about telling her, but they had a little more time to process because this happened we found out about at Christmas time. And they had a little, a couple months before that to process it. So they were more used to it.
Yeah, I remember when you told me, you're just like, they just like sat us down and
I
said
don't
it.
want to offend. Yeah.
And I go,
She was fine with it. She really
Yeah.
was.
and
that's because,
you will
half
too.
that is you, Carla. You made it okay.
Right. You made it okay.
You know how comfortable, what a great grandmother you are, that this person can open up like that. What a gift.
Because I she sat beside me and I said, I'm going to mess up.
Baby, I
I'm
love
going
it.
to mess up because I've been calling you this for 12 years and I am going. She goes, that's no problem. But, it was a shock.
I love it that people are finally able to have their voice and find their happiness and their peace. Can you imagine?
And gay people too. I'm not leaving them out, but
All people, everyone that's going
I
through.
think if you're gay or whatever, you are more willing to, be accepted now. And I love that about this world now. You don't have to worry about, You know,
No, because
Like,
exactly.
There's enough, like Shauna said, there's enough division in this world. Stop it. You know,
Right.
Enough division, and then
just stop it.
anxiety and everything else that they have to go through because they can't come and be themselves,
Yeah.
you know? So,
oh, really? Yeah, she thought for sure, Am's thought for sure her youngest was gay. She would have put money on it. She's not. Her entire personality changed at 14.
Yeah.
hey,
There you go. So
it's okay.
we'll just support
Yeah.
Yeah,
grandchild until they, they're in adulthood, and if that's what they want to be, that's fine with me.
that's awesome.
You have one gay
Yeah.
daughter. Well, and I always said that to my mom too. I said, because my mom said, "What would you do
Yeah.
if your child is gay?" I said, "I love them."
It doesn't matter. What do
Like
you
disown
mean?
them? No.
You're still going to
You know-
support them and love them the same way
Still gonna be
if
mom.
they weren't. Exactly.
And look at how much we're getting to know each other even during this chat. You know,
No,
look, Ems was
definitely.
able to open up about that. I never knew that about Ems, and what a thanks for sharing that.
Right.
Like it's a little piece of Ems I never knew. It's a little piece of Amanda Lynn I never knew.
Right.
Thank you. What a gift that you're comfortable enough to share that, and it shows what kind of human you are with
To
that
do
child.
right.
You
But
know,
look how happy and peaceful you can see it that somebody's finally,
I'm glad I could share with you what a jerk my dog was.
Yep, exactly, Bailey. Finding peace and happiness is everything.
Exactly. Just as long as you're happy and at peace.
Who are we to say that that's wrong? We're not. We're not here to judge anybody. If you're happy and you're at peace with yourself, God bless you.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, definitely.
Good for you. And I mean that wholeheartedly with anyone who's going through anything. Find your happiness, man.
I was
And
just
be-
gonna
and
say
be at
that,
peace
Amanda.
with yourself.
Scream it from the rooftops, girl.
Right? You feel no shame in your game.
That's
Don't fall off the damn
Yeah.
roof this time.
And just years ago, people were afraid because their jobs were threatened. They were afraid to be, to share that with anybody.
Well, I mean, look at and in Lynn's case, how long did it take her? And she probably felt frustration, and I'm sure there was a lot going on with her with that. Now that it's all out there, and a lot of things she probably had to get straightened out. And it was like boom. She's like saying, I'm wonderful. I feel happy. I feel like relieved. I feel all these things. I can shout from the rooftops. Well, that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
M says, I never said anything to her and was 100% prepared for her to come out. I had the talk all planned so I could be supportive. Nope, I was wrong.
Say
Who knows? Yeah,
uh-huh.
who knows?
Right. I'm sure it was.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna pop down.
Yeah, I'm going to end this.
Oh, whatever.
I think it was a good, I think it was a good
Yeah.
screen.
It really was. We went from dogs and or
Yeah.
what was that? True crime to dogs to finding yourself. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. And
Thank you, Shauna,
We
so
love
much
you
for
too.
coming out.
Yeah, Shauna, thank you so much
I really
for bringing
appreciate
everything to
that.
light because that
And
helps
thank
a
you
lot.
guys for staying.
There
I
you go,
appreciate
Mandolin.
that. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mandolin, for coming in. Bailey.
Oh, you girls.
Bailey, motherfucking
And Guy.
next.
And
Big-
oh, KCL, now you come in. Here he goes. Good morning.
Yeah, we're just
Guys,
closing it.
Richard Rod's analyzer pops.
He cracks me up when he says
I
it.
know it. He gets that long list. He's so funny. And you came at the last one. As soon as you said goodbye, he's going to come in and
Yeah, he just wanted to say that.
he did.
Good
Spoof
morning,
was
everyone,
good to
besides
hear.
Richard Rod's analyzer. Bob Black.
He does it all the time. I love
Okay,
all you
everyone.
guys. I hope everyone has a good day. Reedy, how are you? Lee's here.
Okay, you guys all have a great day.
Have a good day, and
We'll see you on Thursday.
Thursday
Uh,
morning.
we'll-
I hope they're not going to schedule your thing for Thursday, though, right?
what?
Your test?
No, I don't get that until next Monday.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's
All right.
it's already in the works. So
All right, then. Okay, then, everybody, with that note, have a wonderful, beautiful day. Keep smiling, and we'll see you soon.
okay, bye.
Bye.